Today is August 14th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today, out of the Big Book, we're going to continue Chapter 3, more about alcoholism, by reading page 34. And out of the 12 and 12, we're going to continue our journey through Step 5 by reading page 61. And of course, we'll read today's daily reflections in 24 hours a day. So with that, I hope you all are doing well today, my friends. We've been given a brand new set of 24 hours. Another opportunity to right our wrongs. Possibly another opportunity to choose to put the bottle down wherever we're at. We're alive today, and we have a choice. And that is a beautiful thing. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. Today we're on Chapter 3, more about alcoholism. We're going to be reading page 34. As we look back, we feel we've gone on drinking many years beyond the point where we could quit on our willpower. If anyone questions whether he has entered this dangerous area, let him try leaving liquor alone for a year. If he's a real alcoholic and very far advanced, there is scant chance of success. In the early days of our drinking, we occasionally remained sober for a year or more, becoming serious drinkers again later. Though you may be able to stop for a considerable period, you may yet be a potential alcoholic. We think few, to whom this book will appeal, can stay dry anything like a year. Some will be drunk the day after making their resolutions, and most of them within a few weeks. For those who are unable to drink moderately, the question is how to stop altogether. We are assuming, of course, that the reader desires to stop. Whether such a person can quit upon non-spiritual basis depends upon the extent to which he has already lost the power to choose whether he will drink or not. Many of us felt that we had plenty of character. There was a tremendous urge to cease forever. Yet we found it impossible. This is the baffling feature of alcoholism as we know it. This utter inability to leave it alone, no matter how great the necessity or the wish. How then shall we help our readers determine, to their own satisfaction, whether they are one of us? The experiment of quitting for a period of time will be helpful, but we think that we can render an even greater service to alcoholic sufferers, and perhaps to the medical fraternity. So we shall describe some of the mental states that precede a relapse into drinking. For obviously, this is the crux of the problem. Moving over to the 12 and 12, we're on Step 5. Admit to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. But anyways, we're on the bottom of 60. We're going to read 61. Our next problem will be to discover the person in whom we are to confide. Here we ought to take much care, remembering that prudence is a virtue which carries a high rating. Perhaps we shall need to share with this person facts about ourselves which no others ought to know. We shall want to speak with someone who is experienced, who not only has stayed dry, but has been able to surmount serious difficulties. Difficulties perhaps like our own. This person may turn out to be one sponsor, but not necessarily so. If you have developed a high confidence in him, and his temperament and problems are close to your own, then such a choice will be good. Besides, your sponsor already has the advantage of knowing something about your case. Perhaps, though, your relation to him is such that you would care to reveal only a part of your story. If this is the situation, by all means do so, for you ought to make a beginning as soon as you can. It may turn out, however, that you'll choose someone else for the more difficult and deeper revelations. This individual may be entirely outside of AA. For example, your clergyman or your doctor. For some of us, a complete stranger may prove the best bet. The real tests of the situation are your own willingness to confide and your full confidence in the one with whom you share your first accurate self-survey. Even when you found the person, it frequently takes a great resolution to approach him or her. No one ought to say the AA program requires no willpower. Here is one place you may require all that you've got. Happily, though, the chances are that you will be in for a very pleasant surprise. When your mission is carefully explained, and it is seen by the recipient of your confidence how helpful that he can really be, the conversation will start easily and will soon become eager. Daily Reflections, August 14th. Repairing the damage. We attempt to sweep away the debris which is accumulated out of our effort to live on self-will and run the show ourselves. If we haven't the will to do this, we ask until it comes. Remember, it was agreed at the beginning that we would go to any lengths for victory over alcohol. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 76. Making a list of people I had harmed was not a particularly difficult thing to do. They had showed up in my fourth step inventory. People towards whom I had resentments, real or imagined, and whom I had hurt by acts of retaliation. For my recovery to be thorough, I believed that it was not important for those who had legitimately harmed me to make amends to me. What is important in my relationship with God is that I stand before Him knowing that I have done what I can to repair the damage that I have done. 24 hours a day, August 14th. AA thought for the day. None of us likes to think that we are bodily and mentally different from others. Our drinking careers have been characterized by countless vain attempts to prove that we could drink like other people. This delusion that we are like other people has to be smashed. It has been definitely proved that no real alcoholic has ever recovered control. Over any considerable period, we get worse, never better. There is no such thing as making a normal drinker out of an alcoholic. Am I convinced that I can never drink again normally? Meditation for the day. We should have life and have it more abundantly. Spiritual, mental, physical, abundant life. Joyous, powerful life. This we can have if we follow the right way. Not all people will accept from God the gift of an abundant life. A gift held out free to all. Not all people care to stretch out a hand and take it. God's gift, the richest He has to offer, is the precious gift of abundant life. People often turn away from it, reject it, and will have none of it. Do not let this be true of you. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may hasten to accept the gift of abundant spiritual life. I pray that I may live the good life to the best of my ability. Okay, my friends, so I know we're already at the 10-minute mark, so I'll make this as quick as I can. Going back to the 12 and 12 reading, talking about finding the right person to confide in, and for me, I'm very fortunate that, I had a sponsor kind of take me through the steps, and I love him like a brother, and I always felt comfortable talking to him. But I also have another couple of guys that I've learned a lot from that I can go to at any time that may have had similar experiences that I have. So I have options, and I know that when I share these things, they're gonna listen, they're gonna keep what we say confidential, and they are going to tell me the truth in love. It may be direct, but it's the truth in love and not necessarily what I want to hear, but what's best for me. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm so grateful for that. When you find the right person you feel comfortable in and that you can confide in, that will give you some truth and some wisdom, that's somebody I want to keep in my inner circle. But my friends, that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me in this lifeboat of recovery. And as always, please know I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon or any other sect, denomination, or organization. I'm just a friend. Just a friend happy to be sober today. And if we're given another 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.